tell a story. So now, so what I was saying to you last week, I think it was, you really want to learn to read the Bible? So we're going to learn to decipher and decode in such a way so that you can truly learn to read it where you can get the real power. And the real power that's there is talking about the alphabet. You understand? The story of Aaron's rod. What letter is that story talking about in particular? L. That's right. Because what is the meaning of the letter L? Lambda. Lambda's Greek. What is it in Hebrew? L. What is it in Hebrew?
Lamed.
Lamed. Lamed. Good.
Lamed.
And so you're talking about that letter that came about because someone wanted to place a representation of your backbone into the book.
Right.
And your backbone allows you to stand upright, perpendicular, and correct.
To the square.
That's right. It allows you to stand upon your square.
Okay.
When you stand perpendicular to the horizontal, you should be standing on the square. Now, I'm not trying to get into any language that's being used by a bunch of people who don't have a clue of what is actually being said one to the other. I'm trying to get little children to learn what the symbols stand for, what they mean, so that in the future when they speak to each other, it makes sense. It is not becoming adults in order to talk to each other with nonsense. Hey, yeah, brother, which way you headed?
To the east.
Nonsense. Stop it. No, they head east.
They headed east.
Yeah, headed toward the sun. Toward the sun, yes. But understand what's really being talked about in the Bible is the story of the immigrant. His name is Abram. At least when he immigrates, he's Abram. When he crosses over into, he's Abram. When he leaves back out, the Ham's added to his name, which is like graduating from school, like graduation. That's what was given to him upon graduating. Abraham, Ibrahim.
Bethlehem?
Bethlehem's house of bread. That's going to be different. There's nothing to do with Ham.
Okay.
Nothing to do. What happens is you want to be careful with how you put different languages together and your understanding or insights into something. You use the way you learned in the past. That's using a predisposition to solve something that you're looking at now for the first time. Don't do that. It's not going to work. These are different stories told by different groups of people. The story that was told of, write down Abram, write it down. Now write it again on this time, take the A and put it at the end of the word. Take the A and put it write it again. Now take the A and put it at the end of the word. So what's your first letter?
B.
All right, spell it. Spell it.
B-R-A. M-A.
Wow.
What did you just spell to me?
Brahma.
That's what you spelled.
Wow.
So that tells you where he came from. He came from Ur.
Fire.
The land of Ur is to the east of where they were. So they considered it to be the land of fire because it's where the sun came from.
Oh, man. Okay.
You understand? So this is how you break apart the stories. Half the time I never bother to take y'all in this far. Because I don't want to take you there. I want you to figure it out for yourself over a period of time. So I'll give you clues.
Would Ur be Sumer?
Ur will come into Sumer, summer, fire. I don't care how you get the sound Ur. You are
Earth.
YR with PYR, per. What did you say? Earth, earth. ER, IR, it's the same thing. It's going to deal with fire. But fire is just one of the four elements. Long before the Russian, what was his name?
Long before the Russian.
Dealing with elements. He came up with the elemental chart. Name is Mendeleev.
What's up, Brother Sam?
Look it up. Don't trust me. Yes. And
Can you say that again?
please, God. His name was Mendeleev. It's in your book. But wait a minute, we've gotten too far. We started, you and I started, woman. Weren't you looking up AD? Did you find it? What did it say?
It says,
I'm hearing a lot of noise back there some kind of way.
I'm hearing a lot of noise also.
It says what, dear? Loudly, because you got to get over that racket that the kids are
in
making.
the year of the Lord, in the given year since the beginning of the Christian era.
All right, now, keep reading. It couldn't be all that's there for AD. Anno Domini is there, right?
Right.
It says in the year of our Lord, right?
Yes.
Okay, got nothing to do with any Christian era. In the year of our Lord deals with the Caesar. Whichever Caesar that had come to power. You see, that's Roman, Anno Domini. And it got nothing to do with some English language later that's created hundreds of years later. Somebody just started making stuff up. Then you get taught something on a prison plantation, and you run around thinking you know what Snuffy was talking. So you believe Snuffy when Snuffy told you, yeah, but what this means is you beat your babies. And you actually thought Snuffy knew what, and Snuffy loved you so much. Even though Snuffy was beating trees on your back, you just ain't gonna think nothing is real unless Snuffy tell you. Somebody comes along and starts showing you how to decipher this, now you're mad. You don't really want to do any work to learn how to do this for yourself. And I'm suggesting if you learn how to do it for yourself, like Daniel, what does the letter A mean? B.
House.
Someone told you back there. Who told you?
Him.
Ah.
Oh, you snitching now.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
snitching now.
See, yes. You
I'm
never.
thinking.
Huh?
Oh, you
I'm
was snitching.
thinking.
Okay, C. What does C mean?
Boomerang.
D.
Door.
E.
Man time for joy.
F. Hook.
Hook.
What's the next letter? Curio, what's the next letter?
G.
G. Okay, good. What is G?
Wouldn't it be a rope?
No.
G's not a rope?
G is not a rope. What is G?
Think about H.
Oh.
What is it?
Boomerang.
Same as C.
It's the same as C.
That's right. Now H. What is H?
Rope.
I just said it.
Now rope is H.
Rope is
Good. Now wait a minute. How come you've been through going to school all your life and you don't know this?
I don't.
Nah. Just like you didn't right there. You got A and B, right? And now you're learning the alphabet. So don't be in a rush. One of the first things we're gonna do, we're gonna go back and learn the basics, the fundamentals, that elementary part of what we should do to accomplish knowing. We don't know the alphabet, let's learn the alphabet. An English alphabet, what do you actually call it today? An English alphabet, the original English alphabet, what would we call it so we can look it up in the dictionary?
You
Latin.
mean the original?
Yes.
Latin.
What?
Latin.
No, it would be room.
It would be
Oh,
room.
you talking about the
So now look, I'm talking about the English alphabet. So now look up runic. Look up runic and tell us what it means, what it is. Hopefully there's a picture in your dictionary of a runic alphabet.
shape?
Take care of this back here.
They're making a lot of noise, racket.
Get off the floor. What do you
Where's Jelani? Did they give you the code? You can't pull it up?
Be cool.
You gotta figure it out. Okay, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. You found rune or runic?
How you spell it?
Someone said yes. Who said yes? All right, read it to us.
Rune. Any of the characters of an alphabet used by the ancient Germanic speaking people, especially the Scandinavians.
That's your original English alphabet. Runic. Old English, when it was written, was actually started out being written with runic characters.
Yeah, okay.
You got it? Now, the alphabet that you write with, these people got that because the Romans had come in and taken over Britain. They called it Hadrian. And they enslaved those people. And they introduced their alphabet. It is called Latin. Now, Latin is also used to write French, Italian, Portuguese, any of the Romance languages. Not romance because you want to have a good time, you want somebody to be romantic to you. Romance because it was Roman. You understand? Now, if you learn the basics for Romance languages, then I'm suggesting you can teach yourself French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, all of those languages that actually erupted out of the old Latin easily. English is probably the hardest of all of the languages to learn. Do you know why English is so hard to learn?
Because we say the vowels incorrectly.
Because you say the vowels in different sounds.
According
It's
to
not always the same sound.
previous language.
Right. But when you use Latin as the basic vowel sounds, they're the same in every language.
Does the consonant change? Just the,
Some, but the problem is not so much the consonants. See, when you were speaking to me just now, right?
correct.
What did I hear coming from you?
Combination of consonants and vowels.
Consonants
Consonants.
and vowels, right? So what you're basically saying is I heard some sounds.
Correct.
Well, how did the vowels sound? When you were speaking to me, how did the vowels sound?
They were in it. They changed.
They were tonal.
Tonal.
Air.
Yes, air, produced by air. But with consonants, you occlude the air. You don't include the air, you occlude the air. You cut the air off.
Strike.
All right, so now, say the word beef for me.
Let's see. Beef.
No, that's beef. That's different. The word bee is
B.
It's not bad. You said B-E. That's all B is, what he just did.
Exclude the air.
Right.
And then
You
Yeah.
put a vowel
E.
behind it.
E.
You give air.
B.
With the vowel, you can get B.
B. Ooh.
If you say it in Latin, it will be B-I, which is I is E, so you get B. In English, you get B-E because you call it E-E. You get an E-B. But all you hear is the E. You don't hear the consonant. That's all you hear from
And
the
T would be
consonant.
It's not T. T at the E.
Till you add either the I in Latin or the E in English.
So the consonants have no sound, it's the vowel that's.
It's
They have
a
a
sound. It's
Just
a
does- It
sound.
doesn't project air.
But the sound is not with air, so you don't get a tone quality.
It's like a percussion instrument.
I
Exactly.
can't really.
It's like a
No,
percussion.
better than that, everybody do this
Percussion
exercise.
You
You
know,
ready?
snare or cymbal.
All right, everybody gonna do this exercise. Take your pencil. Everyone, take your pencil.
Writing utensil.
Righteous is not paying attention to me.
Take your pen.
Everybody, take your pencil. Now, I want you to write what I say. Are you ready? Write the letter C.
Write the letter C.
Then write the letter L. Then write the letter B. Then write the letter D. Then write the letter S. Now say the word for me. I'm hearing sounds. If you hear some sounds out of that, and if those sounds are anything other than you're not doing it right.
Get your clip.
So in order for you to get something that I can understand, you're going to have to put a vowel between two consonants. Or sometimes you may put a double vowel between consonants. Now we better learn those rules. Why do you think that our children are failing so many tests? They don't know the basic rules of double vowels and double consonants. They don't know how this works. So that's why they're failing the test. They're not failing the test because they're stupid or they can't learn. They can learn if we give them the correct information. They will learn. If you allow people in the state capitals to determine what your children are going to learn, your children are never going to learn. That's real simple, isn't it? I am suggesting to you we are going to learn the fundamentals in the correct manner in the first place. If our children learn the fundamentals in the first place, in the lower grades, you ain't got to worry about them when they get to the upper grades. You don't have to worry about what the teacher knows or does not know. Those kids back there, and this one where is that one over there? I don't intend for them to ever have to go to school and worry about whether the teacher likes him or whether the teacher knows anything. Who's supposed to teach you? You. I didn't hear you.
I am.
Again, louder.
I am.
So if you want to talk to me about what it says in the Bible, that's what you talk to me about. Say it again.
I am.
Ah,
I got one for you.
yeah.
Carry on.
Yes.
Who's responsible for you?
Yourself.
Who?
Me.
Okay.
Who is me?
Curio.
Yeah, but that's the objective case of curio. I want the subjective case of curio.
I am.
You see, there's a difference between the objective and the subjective. And when y'all go to church, y'all don't talk about nothing but the object, me. Now you allude to, you want to make everybody think that you want to talk about the subjective I. But then you talk about that out there, but the subjective I is not out there, it's in here.
Well, that's filled with emotion then, Doc.
What, out there?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it's filled with. It's filled with ignorance. It's filled with the nonsense that Snuffy told you back when you was a prisoner. Y'all supposed to be free now.
So what you're saying that the real Jesus is the I, not the me.
Good. I'm glad you said that. You ever looked up Jesus?
Yes, I have.
And what did you come up with?
I didn't come to Tetragrammaton.
Why didn't you come to Tetragrammaton? Because anybody that looks it up correctly, that's what they're going to find. So what are we doing incorrectly? Why don't you open up the dictionary? Let's see. Look up Jesus.